What if I told you that one sentence, just one carefully chosen line, could make her pulse quicken and your name echo in her mind long after you've walked away? Would you still waste your breath on something lazy like your hot or nice dress? Welcome back. Let's get real for a second. Most men have no idea how much power sits in their words. They assume attraction lives in looks, money, status, but that's surface. What truly separates you is how you make her feel when you speak. And here's the twist. One of the most underestimated tools you have is a precise, intentional compliment. Asterisk, think about it. Have you ever watched a woman's entire energy shift because of something a man said? One sentence delivered the right way can permanently alter how she sees you. Not for a minute, for good. Today, we're breaking down 8 compliments that go far beyond shallow flattery. These aren't desperate lines. They're psychologically sharp, deeply rooted compliments that hit something primal and make her feel seen, respected, understood. Asterisk, here's the hard truth. If you're tossing out generic praise like confetti, you look cute, nice outfit, you're hot, you blend into the noise. Just another forgettable message in her DMEs. But when you understand the stoic approach to attraction, the discipline, the restraint, the calculated delivery, you realize it's not only what you say, it's how you say it. It's the feeling. Your words create. Asterisk if you're serious about leveling up, about standing apart from every other guy chasing attention, stay with me. And if you're ready to transform the way you handle relationships through stoic principles, subscribe. Each video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building real, meaningful connection. Asterisk compliment 1. That fragrance you're wearing is addictive. It smells incredible. Asterisk, let's start with scent. Most men ignore it completely. Big mistake. A woman's fragrance is one of the strongest triggers tied to memory and desire. Think about how a single smell can transport you instantly. A summer night, a hug from someone you loved, a frozen moment you can almost touch again. That happens because scent connects directly to the part of the brain responsible for emotion and memory. Asterisk, so when you compliment her fragrance, you're not just saying you smell good. You're telling her your presence lingers with me even after you're gone. That idea is intoxicating. But here's where most guys fail. They don't notice details. They default to you look nice. A man who notices her scent, who recognizes the subtle energy it carries and how it affects him, shows presence, attention, depth. Asterisk. This is where stoicism matters. A stoic man doesn't speak to fill silence. He doesn't scatter compliments for validation. Every word has weight. So when you say that fragrance you're wearing is addictive, say it calmly. No neediness, no overacting. It's just quiet certainty. Watch her posture shift. Watch the subtle smile. She won't just remember the moment. Every time she sprays that perfume, she'll remember you. That's psychological attraction. Asterisk compliment 2. Your smile could light up an entire room. Asterisk, let's go deeper. A smile isn't just a curve of teeth and lips. It's energy. It's atmosphere. When you tell her her smile brightens a room, you're acknowledging impact. You're saying your presence changes the emotional climate. Asterisk, you've felt this before. A heavy room. Tension hanging in the air. Then someone walks in with a genuine smile, and suddenly everything feels lighter. That's not charm, that's influence, the average guy says. You're pretty. Nice smile. The observant man sees what that smile does to everyone around her. Asterisk, and when you say you light up a room, you're telling her, I don't just see how you look. I see what you bring. It's recognition of power. Most men miss that completely. They're too distracted by appearance to notice energy. But her smile isn't just beauty, strength. Asterisk, a stoic man understands presence. He doesn't need volume to command respect. So when he gives a compliment, it lands. Say it sincerely, and she'll feel it. And honestly, who doesn't want to hear that their presence alone can transform a space? It's rare. It's why it sticks. Asterisk compliment 3. I love how real you are. You don't try to fit in. You're just you. Asterisk, we live in a filtered world. Masks everywhere. People shaping themselves to match expectations. Authenticity now feels rebellious. When you tell her you love how real she is, you're validating something courageous. Choosing to be unapologetically yourself in a world that pressures conformity is not easy. Asterisk, women hear you're beautiful constantly. But when you say, I admire your authenticity, you're speaking to her core. You're saying, I see the real you, not the version crafted for approval. That lands differently. Asterisk, authenticity isn't always polished. It can be messy, imperfect, even controversial. Powerful. From a Stoic perspective, truth matters more than trend. So when you recognize her realness, you're aligning with strength. In a world full of performance, that recognition means everything. Asterisk, compliment 4. I love the way you see the world. It's unique. It makes me think. Asterisk, most people operate on autopilot. Same opinions, same patterns. Then, occasionally, you meet someone who thinks differently. She questions. She reflects. She interprets life through her own lens. Asterisk, when you tell her you love the way she sees the world, you're honoring her mind. You're saying your thoughts matter to me. Your perspective inspires me. That's rare in a culture obsessed with appearance. Asterisk, the moment you shift attention from how she looks to how she thinks, the dynamic changes. You're not just attracted, you're engaged, you're curious. A Stoic man values clarity and depth of thought. So, when you say your perspective really makes me think, you're inviting her deeper. Emotional intimacy without physical touch. That kind of compliment lingers for years. Asterisk, compliment 5. I love your energy. It's contagious. It makes me want to be better. Asterisk, energy is real. You felt draining people, and you felt the opposite. Someone who elevates a room without trying. When you tell her her energy pushes you to be better, you're giving high recognition. You inspire growth. You spark ambition. Asterisk, life is too short to surround yourself with people who dim you. When she brings light, say it clearly. From a Stoic lens, growth matters. Surround yourself with those who sharpen you. So when you say your energy makes me want to be my best, you're not flirting. You're respecting impact. She's not just desired. She's admired. Asterisk, compliment 6. You're one of the most thoughtful people I've met. You truly care. And it shows. Asterisk, in a world full of self-promotion and performative kindness, real thoughtfulness is rare. When you acknowledge it, you're cutting through noise. You're noticing how she remembers small details, how she checks in, how she makes others feel valued. Asterisk, beauty is common. Integrity isn't. When you say, I see your heart, you're reaching her core. Stoicism teaches virtue over vanity, character over charm. By recognizing her thoughtfulness, you align with that philosophy. She won't forget the man who saw her goodness. Asterisk, compliment 7. I love how driven you are. Your sense of purpose inspires me. Asterisk, drive separates dreamers from builders. In a world chasing shortcuts, ambition stands out. When you tell her you admire her drive, you're recognizing effort. Late night sacrifice. Focus. Asterisk, driven people aren't seeking applause. They're busy creating. So when you say your purpose inspires me, it matters, especially to a woman told to slow down or settle. A Stoic man wakes up with intention. When you see that same fire in her, you're seeing a kindred spirit. That respect touches something deeper than appearance ever. Could asterisk compliment 8. You have this incredible way of making people feel comfortable and valued. Asterisk, emotional intelligence is a quiet superpower. Some command attention, others create connection. When you tell her she makes people feel seen and safe, you're speaking to her essence. Asterisk, that's not about looks. It's about presence. She doesn't need performance. She simply exists. And others feel better. That's rare. Most people are too wrapped in insecurity to hold space for others. But she listens. She adapts. She lifts asterisk from a stoic view. Empathy and presence are virtues. When you compliment her emotional intelligence, you're acknowledging grace in a loud world. And that stays with her asterisk, so there it is. 8 compliments that move beyond surface. Level praise. These aren't lines. They're bridges to real connection and unforgettable chemistry. She may forget your exact words, but she will never forget how you made her feel. Asterisk, if this resonated, the next level is waiting. Click the video on your screen now. No woman can ignore these 7 good morning texts. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Type words have power, and I know how to use them. Let's see who's paying attention. We're not here to be average. We're here to master connection, one intentional word at a time.